My name is Ahmed Sajad Khan, and I'm serving Foundation University Islamabad as Manager Accreditation and Collaboration at the Department of Quality Assurance. Honorable guest, respected Registrar, Deans, Head of Department, faculty members, parents and students. Assalamu alaikum and good morning. As you know, today we are here for this amazing session, and before I begin, I would like to extend my gratitude to all the parents who have spared their precious time and join us for this amazing and interactive session. Thank you for being here, and welcome to FUI. To invite our guests, but before I go for that, I would like to inform our students to pay keen attention to this session and have all your queries and concerns addressed right away, because afterwards we will also have a one-to-one session with the parents. So if there is anything else you need to discuss with them in person, you can do that as well. And before I invite him to the stage, I would like to say a few words about him. Mr. Liam has come all the way from United Kingdom. He is serving the University of Bedfordshire as the Manager International Recruitment, and he will be discussing a lot about the University of Bedfordshire, as you can see from the banners to my left, my right, and I think I should invite him to come on stage and begin with the session. Mr. Liam, please give him a big round of applause.
So my name is Liam Stott. I'm the International Recruitment Manager for Pakistan at the University of Bedfordshire. Hello and welcome. Newcomers, come in, take a seat. Okay. Lovely to meet you all. Okay. It's my first time in the country. It's my first time in Pakistan. Okay. And I've been here since the 13th of May, and it's been very hot in this country. Everyone's smiling, yes, it's very, very hot, yes. I was in Lahore last week, which is very, very hot. It's a bit cooler here, so I prefer it here, yes. Anyway, but it's a real pleasure to be here at the FUI, and I'm here today to do a presentation about studying at the University of Bedfordshire. Okay, now we've had an agreement with the FUI now for a few years, okay. Some of you here today might know of the University of Bedfordshire, okay. I've been to quite a few events over the last few days, and one of the reasons why we are quite popular with Pakistani students is because we've got a very good location, okay. I'm just going to walk over here, and I'm going to point you at this map of the UK, all right. I'm also going to show you the next slide as well, so we can move on. We are very close to central London, okay. Before I go into the courses, I thought I would just give you a general introduction to the university. Now, because of the location, okay, there's always, when a Pakistani student comes to the UK to study any degree course, they've always got some sort of connection with the UK. It's probably a distant relative, an uncle, an auntie, a brother-in-law, or just lots of friends. I can see people nodding their heads, so they've obviously got some sort of connection with our lovely country in the UK, all right? But that's one of the reasons why we are so popular, okay? Now, going back to the main slide, oh, whoops, don't know what's happened there. Oh, God, something just got, so I think, can you sort that out, please? Sorry guys, about this. Technology sometimes. Anyway, so thank you very much, that's fine. So our main campus is in Luton. Luton is our main campus in the UK, all right? Luton is just 22 minutes on a fast train from central London, okay? So it is a very attractive location for all of our international students on the campuses in the UK. Now, as the map suggests here, Bedford campus is roughly 40 minutes away, okay? And I'll discuss the courses with you a bit later, all right? But it's a bit further north from central London, okay? Now, if you are interested in travelling into Europe, you know, going in to see France or Spain, Portugal, Germany, whatever it is, we have an airport on our doorstep, okay, which is the gateway into Europe. So it's called London Luton Airport, which is becoming one of the biggest airports in the UK. and it serves many different European destinations, okay? It's literally 10 minutes away in a taxi from our campus in the town centre of Luton. So you want to travel into Europe on your Schengen visa, if you heard of Schengen visa, you're actually able to apply for that as a student in the UK now, and you can travel into Europe. Okay, now, moving on. The university has got some fantastic facilities. Okay, we really have some amazing facilities at the University of Bedfordshire. One of the newest facilities is right here. I'm just pointing to this building up here on the presentation, okay? And this is called the STEM building. Do you all know what STEM means? S-T-E-M? Has everyone heard of STEM before? I'm hearing discussion. Sorry? No. Your deans will know what I'm talking about. Maybe the students don't know. Okay, STEM stands for a group of subjects which is becoming very popular now across the world, particularly with international students. So STEM stands for science, technology, engineering and mathematics. Okay, that's what STEM stands for, okay? Now this building up here that we built, which was back in October 2019, is our new, well, it's fairly new, it's our fantastic new STEM building, okay? So we've now got some fantastic new facilities for all of our life science courses, our engineering courses, and our computer science courses, okay? And particularly in this country, I mean, I've been here now for about, 10 days, just about 10 days, and every student that I've spoken to, not all, but the majority, want to do a course in the UK in business, in computer science, medical sciences, life sciences and engineering. These are very popular courses in this country, and students want to go to the UK to do a course in one of these subject areas. Okay? So at the University of Bedfordshire, we've now got a fantastic facility for these programmes now. And we spent £40 million on this building. I'm not too sure how it converts into rupees, but that is a lot of money. Okay? Now, we've also got something called More Than a Degree at the University of Bedfordshire, which allows students to work and travel. So it's one of our sort of good selling points for international students. We give you many opportunities, okay? Now, in terms of rankings at the university, all right, now in 2022, so this year, we were rated in the Times Higher Education Young University Rankings, okay? And basically, this ranking table ranks universities under 50 years old, okay? Now, we started in the year 2006, so we are 16 years old. So we are a young university, okay? And we're now in the top 251 to 300 of those young universities around the world. Now that for me is a very good position for Bedfordshire, okay? Now the final bullet point on this slide is very recent, actually just last week, okay? Now this is something called the Research Excellence Framework, the REF. If you were to go into Google and research it, it's a very important factor which determines the level of research that is classified as world leading. Every university in the UK last week received their results of the REF, okay? Now at Bedfordshire, our results were actually really good, okay? 60% of our research today is now classified as internationally excellent or world leading, 60%, okay? And 50% of the impact was also judged as world leading. That's overall, across all the key subjects at the university. So that means you can be reassured that you are going to be taught by lecturers or staff at the university who have got some fantastic research going on in their departments, okay? This slide here just, again, illustrates some of the key benefits of going to Bedfordshire in the UK. Again, our diversity speaks for itself. We have 120 countries represented at the university. 120, okay, that is lots of different countries, okay? We have 10 research institutes that are classified today as world leading. We've actually spent over the last decade, over the last 10 years, of £180 million of campus developments. That is, again, a lot of money, okay? We've got links with 3,000 different organisations around the world, so we are a globally recognised university, okay? And then again, just to sum up, the research at Bedfordshire informs all teaching and learning that takes place. I mean, we're not Russell Group, okay? We're not Russell Group at all, but we're more of a vocational professional university, okay? But we have got lots of research that takes place today which informs all teaching and learning. So the teaching standards at Bedfordshire are very strong, okay? Now, I'm just going to discuss in a bit more detail about the Luton campus very quickly. I've discussed the STEM building already. The library at Luton is also fantastic, okay? We spent £46 million building a new library in the summer of 2016, so 6 years ago now, okay? And inside the library, there's over 150,000 books and journals, over 500 computers to use. We have a cafe on the ground floor. We have presentation rooms for students to practice their presentations. And we also have sleeping pods as well. Because it never closes, it's always open for business, our students can actually take a little nap and for about 20 minutes in a little sleeping pods, okay? Very, very interesting. And it allows them to get a bit of sleep before they return to their studies, okay? We have a £34 million campus centre building, okay, on our campus in Luton, okay? And this includes all of our student services, the international office where I work at the Luton campus, okay? We have social and learning spaces, a 240-seat lecture theatre, so about as big as this, or maybe a bit bigger, and many more as well. We've also got a £20 million postgraduate centre, which is designed just for our postgraduate students, okay? And we've also got a dedicated building for our art and design students as well. It's a former fashion house in Luton, which has now been redesigned as a building for our art and design students, our art and design courses, okay? Now, I don't know if any of you here has actually researched Luton in terms of a town, okay? But the town itself is the biggest town in Bedfordshire, okay? And it's very cosmopolitan, okay? So it's a very diverse town. And we have many different nationalities of people living in Luton, okay? So people from Europe, local people in the UK, and people that have come from overseas who have now got residency in Luton. So it's a very diverse town, okay? And it includes lots of things: bars, restaurants, clubs, sports and leisure facilities for our students to use, takeaways, restaurants, and lots more available in the town centre, okay? And just to go over again the library, we've got 6 working floors. You can see on the right-hand side a lovely image of the library, okay? We have many books and journals, lots of study spaces, lockers, laptops to loan from the library, teaching rooms, presentation rooms, a study hub, networked computers, a specialist IT lab as well for our students to use, and major databases as well are all available online for our students, okay? Now, you might be thinking, well, I want to go to the UK, but I do not know where I am going to live. I've no idea, okay? If you want to come to the University of Bedfordshire, we can offer you on-campus accommodation, okay? Now, the accommodation on campus is very competitive in terms of the pricing, okay? Now, currently, the cost ranges from £119 a week to £199 per week, okay? And guess what? All bills are included. Content insurance, utility bills, okay? What you pay is that's it. There's no other payments needed, okay? There's free Wi-Fi in every room as well, okay, which is a good thing for you. And we also guarantee accommodation for all new students every single year, okay? 24/7 security, a laundry, and an on-site gym inside Fitzroy and Wenlock courts. Those are the main courts we have on campus, okay? Just to go over the teaching quality at the University of Bedfordshire, we have been commended by the Quality Assurance Agency for our standards of teaching and research, okay? And many of our staff have won National Teaching Fellowship Awards as well, okay? Which means they have contributed outstandingly to the teaching and research that takes place at the university, okay? The courses have got a great blend of theory and practice, so they can start developing your skills and knowledge on the courses. There's also industry talks, masterclasses, and lots more across your studies. And many of the programs have been accredited by many industry bodies as well, okay? Right, and this is more specific now for the facilities we have available at our Luton campus, okay? So we have our computer science labs, that's inside the STEM building, okay? We have our 2D and 3D animation suites for our art and design students, forensics and IT security labs, our electronic engineering lab as well, HD TV studios, studios for printers and laser cutters, photography dark rooms and workshops, the STEM building, and also dedicated facilities for our psychology students as well, okay? Now these facilities will help you to engage more practically with our psychology programs at the Luton campus, okay? In our business school, we have our business pods as well, and they allow our students to gain teamwork skills in the Bedfordshire Business School, okay? And the Reuters rooms are used by our accounting and finance students, and that helps them to learn about the financial markets, okay? And then for our law students, we have the moot court as well, okay? And that's actually a courtroom, and it allows them to build their skills in how to, work a courtroom, So that's very, very good as well. Right, okay, now on to the courses at the university. So I think people here, the students here that I can see here in this room right now, you're probably doing programs in business, computing, engineering and psychology, those kind of subject areas, okay? Now, we've got an agreement with the FUI, okay, which allows you to actually progress with your studies at the Luton campus at the University of Bedfordshire, okay? This here just outlines the main course areas that we have available. However, I'm just going to talk about the ones that are relevant to what you want to do, okay? So, first of all, business, okay? Now, you're probably doing a business course here, which is 4 years full-time, okay? Now, the agreement with Bedfordshire allows you to progress, okay? So you could actually come to our campus in the UK and do our BA Business Administration top-up course, which is a one-year programme, okay? Now, on this programme, we have 2 intakes per year, September intake and January intake, okay? Now, the good news is, if you want to apply this year, you can still do that, okay? Now, at the university, our application deadline is the 17th of June, okay? I'll just say it again, the 17th of June, 2022, and that is for September intake. If you want to join us on our BA Business Administration top-up, okay, we have already received applications from FEY students. You actually might be in this room, okay? We've got a few students already applied for this year, okay? And offers will be going out shortly to you, okay? Now that's in business, okay? Now you could do that top-up course, or you could actually join us potentially onto the final year of our BSc Business Studies course, okay? Which is slightly different, all right? Because you'll be learning business studies as opposed to business administration. So the learning on the course is a bit different, but it's still a business course, okay? So it's about overarching business knowledge across the board, okay? So it's more of a general course in business itself. The BA Business top-up course is business administration. So it covers different areas of business, okay? But again, these programs are quite similar, all right, as well. So if you want to apply, please, think about it, do some research, look at our website, all the courses are on there, and you can decide with the support of either myself, I'm here today to talk to you after this presentation, okay? Or you can talk to the staff here, which again can help you with the application process, okay? That's business, all right? Now, you might be here, sitting here now, and doing a computing course. Maybe it's in software engineering, or you're doing computer science, or something similar to those programs, okay? Now, in computing, you could join the final year of our BSc in computer science, okay? Now that course really develops students' knowledge ready for a career as either a computer scientist, obviously, or maybe a programmer working on computer databases, and those kinds of careers, yeah? So if you want to join the final year of our BSc Computer Science, then again, that could be a really good opportunity for you, okay? We even do the BSc Honours in Software Engineering, which nicely allows you to progress from your current degree course to the final year of our degree course as well. So whichever course you decide to do, all right, we will give you a University of Bedfordshire qualification, right, which will again help you with your future career prospects. And you might be here and you might be doing a course in psychology, so a Bachelor of Science in Psychology, okay? Now, if you are doing that course and you want to have a career as a psychologist, maybe it could be a psychiatrist, it might be a children's psychologist, it could be a mental health psychologist, those kinds of careers. If you were to come onto our course has got BPS status. Do you all know, anyone here doing psychology? Have you heard of BPS at all? It's a professional body. I'm seeing people shaking their heads. I've no idea, sir. Okay, so what BPS means, okay, is a British Psychological Society. That's what it stands for. If you research it on the website, you will find out straight away it is a recognised body worldwide. Okay. Now, with a BPS status, you'll be able to become a member of the scheme, and then do further training through the BPS to actually become a chartered psychologist or similar careers. Yeah? So that will really help you with your future career prospects in psychology by doing our final year at the University of Bedfordshire in the UK with us in Luton. Okay? Now, obviously, we do offer other programs which are on this list, but I've just focused on those courses because that's probably what you're doing here, and that links in with our progression agreement with the FUI. Okay? Obviously, after this presentation, feel free to come and talk to me if you've got any sort of personal questions, and I can talk to you about that on a one-to-one basis. Yeah? If you're a student or a parent, it doesn't really matter. Okay? Now, onto the finances, which I do think is on your mind. Oh, how much is it going to cost, sir? Is it expensive? Is it cheap? You know? Oh, I've no idea. Okay, all right. So, these are our new tuition fees from this September. Okay? So whether you want to do the psychology top-up or the final year entry, computing or software engineering or business, if it's undergraduate, you will be paying £13,500. Those are our new published tuition fees from this September. Okay? And we have got other tuition fees as well, but that's for master's courses, 2-year masters and so on. Okay? But the one that's going to matter to you is the top one, £13,500. Now, you might be thinking, oh, that's quite expensive. Is there a scholarship available? Okay, well, yes, there is. Okay, and it's just down here. So we have scholarships up to £1,500 per international student who wants to come to Bedfordshire to study. Okay, now how it's broken down is like this. Okay. You are guaranteed to receive a scholarship worth at least £1,000. Now, the £1,000 is our Vice-Chancellor's International Scholarship. Okay, that's for this year. You will get that once you get to the registration stage. £1,000. Okay? Now, the extra £500, let me come to you in a second, because if you want to proceed with your application and your offer letter from the university, and you want to commit yourself to us, then you'll be expected to pay 65% of the published tuition fees. So that will be 65% of £13,500. Now, I think it's roughly just under £9,000 to pay. That's the upfront deposit for Bedfordshire. Okay. Now, once you've paid that and you go through the application process, which I'll come to in a second, okay, you will receive at least £1,000 Vice-Chancellor's scholarship at registration. So you've got your CAS, you've got your visa, you're going for registration, and then at that stage you will receive from the university £1,000 Vice-Chancellor's scholarship. Okay? Now, the extra £500, right? This is called our prompt payment discount. So if you can afford to pay 100% fees up front immediately, then you will get automatically an extra £500 discount straight away, as well as your £1,000 scholarship as well. So, let me tell you this. Either you pay 65% up front, or you pay £12,000 up front, and that's it. Why only £12,000? Because I've just taken away £1,500 from £13,500, which equals £12,000. You see what I mean? So if you just pay £12,000, that's it. That's your net fee because of this scholarship of £1,500. Hopefully that does make sense. Yeah? Everyone's nodding, makes sense. Good. Okay, fine. Okay, now, on to the entry requirements from Pakistan. Okay, now this actually relates to all undergraduates potential undergraduate students, but for those of you in this room, you're doing a bachelor's degree from the FUI, okay? Now, at the end of your 3rd year, or even your 2nd year, because you may want to come and do 2 years with us, like, 2 plus 2, not just 3 plus 1. 3 plus 1 will be cheaper, because you're only paying 1 year tuition fees. But some student actually, oh, hang on, I've done 2 years here, and now I want to do 2 years in the UK. That is possible, but it will cost you 2 years tuition, right? But what we want is a minimum transcript of 55%. 55% minimum from your transcript at the end of your academic year. So if you've done 3 years, there's got to be 55% overall over those 3 years to come and do a final year top-up with us. If you've done 2 years and you now want to do 2 years with us, then it will be 55% overall over those 2 years. And you must be passing all the units as well. Okay? We don't want anyone that's going to be failing units. Okay, we want some good students. Okay, all right, but that's really what we are looking for, 55%. Keep that in your head. That's what we want from the University of Bedfordshire. Okay. Now, on to the English requirements. Now, I'm speaking to you in English, and I can see that most of you here are listening, and you seem to be understanding what I'm saying. That's already a good sign. Okay, now these are the formal English tests that we require from you with your application. The first one is the IELTS test. Now, I know in this country, I've been here 10 days now, and I've spoken to quite a few students, and when I say IELTS to them, they're like, oh, an IELTS test, oh, I don't want to do an IELTS. Too difficult, oh, no, I don't want to, too expensive, I don't want to do an IELTS. Well, actually, an IELTS test will give you the best possible chance of getting a visa. Because if you get your CAS and you apply for your visa, there's less of a risk with your application if you've got an IELTS test. Okay? Now, what we want from you is a 6 overall, no band less than 5.5 on your application. That's the academic IELTS. Don't do the wrong one. There's one called General Training IELTS. That's nothing to us, okay? You must do the academic IELTS test, okay? Now, there are other tests we do accept. The Pearson PTE UKVI academic test. And you must score at least 59 in each band, okay? And the third test we can also accept today is the TOEFL test. TOEFL IBT test. And you can see the scores on the screen. Listening 17, reading 18, speaking 20, and writing 17. Those are the minimum scores we want from you in those 4 bands. Okay? Now, these are the tests we do not accept. Okay? Something called MOI. Now, I get emails every day from potential students from Pakistan asking me the same question, Sir, do you accept MOI? The answer is no. Okay? MOI means medium of instruction. Yeah? So they've got the degree in English. Do you accept it? No. Okay? You must do a formal English test as well. And the other one is IELTS Indicator, which is the online test. I'm sorry, we do not accept it, okay? Duolingo, which is quite popular. I'm sorry, guys, we do not accept it at the moment, okay? And the other one we do not accept is the Oxford test, the OIETC. I'm very sorry, guys, we do not accept it, okay? So the only test we can accept is the academic IELTS, the PTE, or the TOEFL course, okay? Hopefully that makes sense to you, yeah? Good. Okay. Now, the other thing to also mention here today is the opportunity of doing a pre-sessional course. Do you all know what pre-sessional English courses are? Do you know what they mean? Do you know what they are? No? Basically, this is a short English course you do with us before you start the main degree course. Okay. Now you have to study the UKVI academic IELTS test. These are designed for students who've got less than a 6, maybe got a 5 or a 5.5, and you need some further support. We can help you with that, okay? So it all depends really on your English test results. Pre-sessional courses can be from 2 weeks, 4 weeks, 8 weeks, 12 weeks, or even longer than that. But they will cost you a bit of money, okay? So 2 weeks, £500, 4 weeks, £1,000, 8 weeks, £2,000. You see where I'm going with this, okay? It gets more expensive as the course is longer in duration, yeah? But, you know, let's hope that you do get a 6, and therefore there's no additional costs for pre-sessional courses. However, they are available at the university, okay?
Liam, sorry,
Yeah.
you just want to say that if they got somehow a smaller score than 5.5, they can go with University of Bedfordshire small English learning school.
Not now. That's all finished. Yeah, we're not doing it anymore now, unfortunately.
Okay.
But thank you. Right. Well, what time is it? Just gone 12:30. Thank you for listening, guys. I really appreciate you taking your time out to come and see me today. I really do appreciate it. Thank you very much.